Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed the quiz. So now you've learned about what challenges the Sumatran rainforest and the UK forests have and what SOS are doing to help protect rainforests and help communities. I'm going to tell you a bit more about a special type of farming that is used around the world and by SOS's partners out in Sumatra. It's really important because it's making a positive difference for farmer communities and for wildlife. This type of farming can also have really positive effects here in the UK as well. It's called regenerative farming or permaculture farming, and you'll hear me using these words quite a lot. So what exactly is it? We'll just start with a quick exercise to really demonstrate what this farming does. So out of these two photos that you can see on the screen, which one do you think would have more life? Which one do you think there'd be more animals living? Maybe pause the video, have a think for 15 seconds. So the photo on the left is a palm oil farm, and this is showing the bare soil where a healthy jungle would have once stood. When there are lots of the same plants being farmed on big areas of land, this is called a monocrop. In the UK, we have lots of monocrops too for farming, like fields of wheat or for maize, and this would have also been forest a long time ago. The photo on the right shows a regenerative way of farming, and it's more similar to what nature is like, and this is why there's more life and more diversity. So what regenerative or permaculture farming does is it takes lots of inspiration from nature. For example, growing lots of types of food and non-food plants together, just like you would see in a forest. So nature is healthier when there's lots of different things together, just like with people. We wouldn't all want to be exactly the same. When there's lots of different species living together, they live in harmony, they benefit each other, and they make their habitats healthy and strong. Regenerative or permaculture farming is also really good because it means that wildlife can still have food to eat and pathways in between their habitats. So this means they're less likely to get hurt because they won't need to raid farmers' crops looking for food because their habitat has been destroyed. Lots of wildlife species like orangutans and birds are also very, very helpful for helping healthy forests grow. Their poo is full of seeds which they've eaten, which will make healthy soil and grow more trees and more food. So where is Bukit Mas? Bukit Mas is a jungle village in Sumatra. It's where SOS and their partners have a regenerative permaculture farm. And I was here last year. What I saw, I'll never forget. Driving for hours and hours and hours through palm oil plantations and silence. And there's no nature there because even the monkeys don't like the fruit from the palm oil trees. But arriving to the Bukit Mas permaculture site was really, really nice. We had to cross the river in a massive truck. Like you can see in this photo here, that was the river we had to cross. And it was definitely a relief to arrive there. There was lots of friendly faces, lots of children, lots of farmers growing all their different crops. The air was cleaner and there was lots of sounds of nature. As Lucy told you, SOS have helped to restore land and plant lots of trees. How many trees do you remember? It was 2 million. And this site in the photo here used to be a palm oil plantation. The money was raised to purchase the land. They cut down 13,000 of the palm trees and started to take care of the land. Well, what would you do with a massive area of land like this? It takes lots of planning, lots of hard work, and people all working together. So you have to make different zones, different areas where different things will grow. So at this site here, they created a mini Lausa, an area that was just for wildlife. And from there, they created a buffer zone. And this meant that the animals had an area which was safe for them to go and find food, but also an area where the local communities could grow crops like coffee beans and ilepe butter trees, where they could make money all year round. In this area, nature's starting to return. There's even a family of 3 tigers that were caught on a nighttime camera trap. There was monkeys and orangutans, so they know that this is working and that life is starting to return to this area. When the children travel from their villages to come to the school that's been built here, they have to drive very, very far on motorbikes on a mud path that cuts through the jungle. And some of the children have seen the tigers very early in the morning, having their morning naps on the road. So the children do have to be very careful and keep their distance. As you can see in the photo on the left, this is Sabah. He is a very, very good permaculture farmer. And here he was giving me a tour of his lemongrass and vanilla organic garden. Sabah has been very helpful to the community because he's created a farmers collective, which means that the farmers get better money, they have a better life, they can send their children to school, and they don't have to destroy the rainforest to make a living, which is more reason to protect wildlife and the rainforest. So Lucy already told you a bit about the Lhasa Nature School. And before this school was built, there were no other secondary schools in the area. So this meant that the children had to finish school at 11 or 12 years old, and sometimes this meant having to go and work on the palm oil farm straight away to support the family, and the cycle would continue from there. But at the school, they're helping children to become the next generation of forest protectors, and the children are inspiring their parents, who are often farmers. And this works because the school offers free education for the parents' children, and in exchange, the parents help to protect the rainforest. In the photo on the right here, you can see we're all doing an L with our hand. In England, this means loser, but it doesn't mean this in Indonesia. This means lestari. And in Bahasa Indonesian language, this means everlasting. And on this day, it was a tree planting day. It was the children's day off on a Sunday, and they would travel from far and wide to come and volunteer to plant trees in the area. And there's also a volunteer forest ranger from SOS's partner charity, OIC, who you can see in the photo, which you can see in the photo in the middle there. And he's teaching the children lots about why it's important to take care of the rainforest. The children also do cleanup days, so they're teaching locals not to throw plastic in the river when they're having their Sunday picnics, and making lots of positive changes. So what can you guys do? Will you guys be the next generation of wildlife and forest protectors like the children at the Lhasa Nature School? There's lots of ways that you can get involved that are very accessible and don't require any money. So you can learn more. That's always really important. Learn more about palm oil farming and farming around the world. It's a very, very difficult subject, and it's impossible for us to fit everything about it into one slide. But you can find lots of fun fundraising activities. So if you go to the SOS website, there's lots of resources there and a school pack. I will also be adding lots more activities over the next few months to the Children's University platform. And there might even be some live broadcasting from the Lhasa Nature School. Make sure you try the activity sheets that I've provided. There'll be an SOS school pack available for free too. And something that Lucy always likes to talk about is local action. So think local. What wildlife is in your local area? What can you do to be a local forest or wildlife protector? Make sure you're always taking your rubbish with you when you're out on a walk. Especially face masks as well, because this can actually harm wildlife. So yeah, we just wanted to leave you with a final message, guys. There's a very big world out there. We've got lots of challenges on our planet right now, and we need lots of passionate people to come up with solutions. And not only that, but we need lots of different people with different minds and ideas and life stories to all work together. Find out what you love to do. You don't have to travel far and wide to have amazing experiences or make change. You can start right where you are today. So thank you very much for engaging in our interactive workshop. We hope you enjoyed your virtual trip to Sumatra and back. Feel free to email me or Lucy if you have any questions. Definitely go and take a look at SOS's website. There's lots of fun things on there and information. Also check out the Size of Wales website. They've got some forest fun activities which are free to use. And remember to upload your Children's University stamp code to get your points, and keep your eyes peeled for more workshops coming up soon. So the last activity for today is a final quiz, just to see what you've learned in this second part of the presentation. So feel free to watch that. And we've also got a video that we filmed last year at the Lawson Nature School for you to watch too. So thank you very much, guys.